So I have a cousin that's in college, and they end up having a university tour day where you can bring some family, bring a few friends, and you can tour the entire campus. My cousin picked me and my uncle because we're his favorite. Of course, we said we'll go. Friday rolled around. We got to the college campus. Man, this thing was huge, and there was so many people there. I said, oh, my God. He walked us and showed us the gym. He was anxious to show us the gym because he's good at basketball. He know we play basketball. Walked inside the gym. The gym looked like an NBA arena. I said, oh, my goodness, this is crazy. He was like, man, let's walk over to the lecture hall and see if somebody in there. So we walk over to the lecture hall, and they had a professor in there, and he was teaching sex education. So it's a lot of adults and stuff in there, too, that been out of college, you know what I'm saying? So we sitting in there listening or whatever, and he asked a couple of students, he said, what have you learned since you attended the sex education class? All of them started laughing and acting like they shy. He said, okay. He said, I'm going to ask some of the guests around here. Raise your hand if you've been to college before. My uncle threw his hand in the air. Man said, you. My uncle said, me. He said, yeah, you raised your hand. You went to college? My uncle said, yeah. He said, give me some good pointers that you learned or some good knowledge that you learned when you attended your sex education class when you was in college. My uncle said, well, I ain't really learned a lot when I was in sex education. I really learned a lot from my granddad. He said, okay, give us some of those good nuggets that your granddad taught you about sex. He said, well, it ain't a bunch of them. It's just like one. He put it in a nutshell. He said, okay, share with us. He said, well, my granddad always told me that sex is like math. You add the bed, subtract the clothes, divide the legs, and pray you don't multiply. This mother...